And we're back.
Thank you, Triple X Jess. Hey, let's give a shout out to all the people that helped the show. Triple X Jess.
Yes.
NYC Dakini.
Elliot.
Doc, Mr. V, right? Doc V.
Our fabulous photographer.
Dave Facade at StudioFacade.com. There you go. StudioFacade.com.
And if you know how to spell that,
PHASADE. I'm what?
A genius.
Thank you. And who else do we have to give a shout out to?
Sherwin?
No, because Sherwin Sperwin's not here and decided to pull in somebody off the street to try and work this and figure it out. But I guess it's working. So far, so good.
It's his blood.
Let's get back to Eva over here from Colby Junior High. Junior college.
It's not junior.
I know. She just looks so young. I think that she's in middle school sometimes.
Oh, but
well, then that's good. By the time I'm like 30, I'll look like I'm 20, and when I'm 40, I'll look like I'm 30.
Exactly. And you
never know. It could backfire. It doesn't always work.
What a coincidence.
But it probably will, though.
What a coincidence, and I didn't realize. Of course, I didn't realize it, but you said that you're taking this now in school, this course about.
Well, no, not a course. My major is American Studies, and it's about pop culture. I'm studying pop culture. And
can we move this out of the way, please? Thank you. Pop culture.
American pop culture.
All right. So let's talk about the 50s and the 60s again. First off, are there any listeners or viewers out there that actually care about the 50s and 60s? If you do, just give a shout out.
And you have a question for Eva.
Yeah, just give a shout out. Say, I care. And if you don't care, don't say anything. Because, if you don't, fine. I just want to talk about this a little bit.
And what are you going to talk about?
Well, first off, my whole interpretation of this whole thing is, you've got the 50s, right? And you've got Elvis.
And doo-wop.
Right, you got Elvis.
Elvis, who is something in himself.
Right.
Meaning what?
Stole music from the blacks.
Now, did he steal it, or did the business people recognize the fact that, look, here's a white guy?
Definitely stolen.
Okay.
Yeah, the way to get the music across is through the whites, of course.
Okay.
But with blacks throughout history, the only way that they were allowed to be given credit the way that they were allowed into society was through entertainment, and that was their only means of expression. Because that's why to this day people are always like, oh, if you're black, all you can be is a basketball player or a rapper, and it's interesting how you see the way that the different, I guess, like facets of expression they kind of.
I'm sorry. It's just people are chatting, and it's like I can't hear. So, Jessica, please come in and close the door, or just somebody close the door, whatever. Come in, close the door. They want to have a conversation. Go have a conversation. But we're trying to have a radio show over here. Okay.
Okay.
So now, my question to you now, Eva, is the assassinations, the killings in the 60s. They all happened in like the span of like 5 years.
Which ones do you want?
Kennedy. King, Kennedy,
Malcolm X.
What was that all about?
I mean, I don't know. It's messed up, but
Wait, did it go every other? Did it go Kennedy black?
You mean white black?
Yeah.
Well, Kennedy, what was that? 63. I know Malcolm X was 65. Was 60. What year was?
But it doesn't really matter.
I know.
But the point
all right,
is,
I'm not gonna date anyway.
It all happened like in 6 years.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I'm not a murderer. I don't know.
Do you think the government was?
Yes, I don't trust the government. So.
Well, who does? Come on.
I wouldn't. I don't.
Do you trust Obama?
I would not. I don't know. I mean, Obama's Obama. I think that he's pretty cool, but I mean, he's still
government.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you think?
The only way. How do you think he got into that whole mix? I mean, he was.
Well, you have your thoughts on that. We've discussed it.
What have I said?
What about the drugs in the 60s? In the 60s, obviously it was around in the 50s.
Yeah, and
all of a sudden,
because it was exactly
the sexual revolution.
No, but also it was just all of these, kind of what I said before. It's all these emotions and expression was just at a time where it could. All these repressed feelings were finally allowed to be expressed. So it's not like these things weren't happening.
Right.
They just started happening publicly, and on a larger scale because more people got involved, more people wanted to get involved. And
you know what? Here's somebody directly from the 50s and the 60s.
Hello, Lindsay.
Let's put her on the phone. She was someone that was actually there.
Lindsay, you're coming on next week, right?
Yes.
Cool, baby.
Of course.
Lindsay,
I wanted to say hi.
Give us.
Thank
Have you been listening to what's been going on here?
Well, I just got up. I'm sorry. What's going on? Tell me. How can I help?
We're talking about the 50s and the 60s, and tell her, B.
No, we're just trying to figure out something that maybe is not meant to be figured out, or.
Tell me, maybe.
Well, we're talking about the assassinations in the 60s, how they all happened in like 5 years. We're talking about how all of a sudden drugs became so prominent in our culture.
But I don't think that they were just.
Well, a lot of people died around the same time, like Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin went within weeks of each other.
Right, but we're talking more like assassination, like the Kennedys, and we're talking about the
Martin Luther King.
Right.
Malcolm X.
And Malcolm X. Yeah, I think some of those other ones were assassinations too, maybe,
Yeah, right. Well, we're thinking maybe the government was involved in this and
You
that.
think that? Wait, you think Janice and Jimmy were assassinated?
Well, they happened very close at the same time. And also Jim Morrison. And
What about? Yeah, he's
Jim
the other
Morrison.
one.
They happened too close together.
And what about Kurt Cobain a million years later?
That's different.
well-
That's my own. I have very.
There was someone supposedly.
Because they're all 27, and this is May 27th, and there you go. It all ties right in once again.
It's very strange with Kurt Cobain. There was someone who admitted he had been approached to do the
the hitman.
Yeah, but I think he disappeared.
He died.
He died. He was killed.
They have ways of killing where you wouldn't know it was.
Look,
and
look.
where is
Money.
Bin Laden during all this?
Wait a minute.
And where is who?
Bin Laden? They can't
let me
find
ask you
him,
something.
right?
Bin Laden probably right now is watching your show.
Oh, hi, Ben. Wait, then I want to ask him a question because I feel like I
We
think I
need
might have met
financial assistance, Bin Laden.
Bin Laden. Not only that, were you the guy
I
that
knew
I
you were
met
gonna bring
in the
this up.
south of France, like before you turned into Bin Laden? Because
Okay,
I
let me
hung
tell
out
you
with the
something.
Saudi prince, and
All right,
I swear I think it was him.
All right, let me tell you something.
Was it him?
Well, does he look like Eva?
photograph.
He's
Okay.
no, Eva has nothing to do
You
with
never
it.
know.
I'm not Saudi.
He was normal once. He was normal. I saw a photograph of him with his brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
He was like disco guy.
That's right, and he drove a yellow Mercedes.
Well, I
He
don't
took me
know
to
about
Monte
that,
Carlo. He
probably.
gave me tons of money to gamble. And
Oh, here we
very
go.
nice.
So now, Rue, you're telling us that you hung out
I
with
think-
Osama bin Laden.
I
Is that what you're saying?
Well, the first time I
was a
saw
cool
his
guy
pictures,
at one time.
he was really cool, man.
Eva, what do
He
you
was.
think
I
about
saw
I've
the
heard this
picture,
story many times.
smiling.
But usually she's
He
drinking,
didn't have
right?
that
When she says it,
beard.
right?
He didn't have that
No,
beard.
the whole family was like a
They
bunch
were
of
very
nice kids.
she
What?
fun.
They're all like that.
No, they looked like a bunch of happy,
Yeah,
smiling.
I'm telling you, I don't when the first whole thing came out, I was like, wait a minute.
That's
What
my
was his
ex-lover.
name? What
No,
was
I
the name
didn't
of the
say
guy?
that.
That's Bin Laden.
What was his name?
I don't remember, buddy.
Julio.
No, it was not Julio.
Obviously.
Julio.
All
Down
right.
at the, you mean down by the schoolyard?
Yeah. Listen, here's my question.
All right, what's your
Yeah.
question, B?
Were the 60s more important than today?